to the intersection of 20th Street and 1st Avenue. They respond in Bravo for a 2-vehicle MVC called into us by fire.
We're going to a car crash.
Go to the right. 1967's on 2.
Reading all the information off of the computer system as it's coming in.
Okay.
We know there's a car accident. We know there's at least 2 vehicles. We don't know the number of patients that we're going to.
3 cars here.
3 cars?
I
Okay.
can see them right here.
Fire's on scene already. Police are on scene already.
Two vehicles, that's it? Okay.
She was the driver, sorry.
Which car were you in?
Nurse, so I'm just here
Okay.
checking up.
The silver car?
You're this here?
Yeah.
This is your blue car?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I think I just got scraped. I'm just in shock right now.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just
like my knees and my arm just got scraped.
So what happened?
I'm going this way.
Okay. And they came across and...
when I touch your neck, does that hurt anywhere in there? Look to your left now. You can have injuries that you don't know about until the adrenaline rush leaves and you have time to process the whole event.
How are you doing?
Little pain over here.
A little bit of pain over there?
Does that hurt anywhere in there?
No.
Take a deep breath.
Did you want us to check you out a little more? You're good? Okay. Take care.
So what happened?
I looked down when I was trying to find directions to something, and I was looking at the map, and I wasn't paying attention, and I think it was red, I think, and I'm pretty sure I just hit them.
By the time we got here, both were out walking around outside the vehicle, and just gonna check them out in the back, check their vitals, and most likely they'll be on their way.
This accident could have been a lot worse. All people involved were very lucky.
All the cars did exactly what they're supposed to do. Crumple zones all worked, airbags went off where they were supposed to. So yeah, no one was hurt.
Look at the airbags that went off.
This car accident shows the importance of paying attention while you're driving.
Stinky airbags.
Eyes up, looking at the
Smell
road.
that? Oh, stinky.
Don't look at your phone. Make sure that you are aware of what you're doing and what everyone is doing around you.
Hey, there's another call. Let's go.
Delta for a 22-year-old female. She is unconscious. Breathing is confirmed. City police on scene.
Oh, we gotta make this.
That train actually cuts us off from that entire West End, so we'd be delayed there for a significant time.
You can do it, you can do it, you can do it.
If this is a serious call, that train could be the difference between life or death.
Lots of time. Initially, when we get on scene, I see that code 8 is already there. She's sitting upright, her eyes are open.
Hello, how are you doing?
While I'm assessing her, she's not presenting normally. She's got a little bit of droopiness to her eyes. She's presenting a little bit lethargic.
What kind of drugs do you use?
It's crystal meth, and that's all.
Okay, nothing to do.
I smoke weed every now and then.
Okay. Any drinking at all today? Some, right? Okay, can you look at my nose here? I'm just gonna check your pupils, all right?
Unconscious female, that area of town, time of night. It is good that someone stopped, called 911, and she was able to get help.
Was it you folks that phoned?
Yeah.
Thank you for pulling over and being concerned for her. She's obviously not in a good spot right now.
Heart rate 100, stats 99.
Okay. Temperature's 36.0.
36, all right.
So there's a young male at the scene. He doesn't seem to know much about her, and he says they're friends. I don't know how well she knew him and what his motives were, really.
And you noticed she was staggering and stuff like that?
She's in a bad mood, like she was upset.
So we need to remove her from a potentially dangerous situation where she's not going to be able to make appropriate decisions for herself. Are you in any pain?
4.9, get a good shot.
You don't hurt.
Did she tell you why she was upset or anything like that?
We had a brief discussion that she is having a fight with her boyfriend.
Whereabouts do you live?
I don't have a home.
You don't have a home?
So do you know if she has any medical history or anything like that? Any allergies?
I have no idea.
When's the last time you took meth, my dear?
Unfortunately, not everybody can grow up in a loving, caring home. This girl is 19, she's homeless, she's using drugs. She does need our help.
Do you feel like you'd want to go to the hospital today?
Imagine you're this girl. You have no home, no family, no food. Where do you turn to?
Do you want us to take you with us until you're sober?
There are groups in the city that help support people on the street. These two ladies that called it in are part of one of those groups.
So we work primarily on the street with individuals who are transition of homelessness, struggling with addictions, mental health, and women who are involved in sex work. We do nutrition every night on the street. We also hand out hygiene items.
Here, come here. You gotta stand up.
We found out after our assessment that she was intoxicated. It turns out that she actually had a breach of conditions for drinking, so she ended up going with the city police to cells.
It's sad to see something like that, especially somebody who doesn't have a home. And she's super young. Drugs at that age, I mean, it's not something.
How old is she?
I think she's only 19, so.
Oh my God.
I know. Hope she can turn herself around. On to the next one.
That's it. I'm done.
Before I got into EMS, I was a carpenter. I enjoyed what I was doing, but it just wasn't fulfilling.
1967 copies.
I want to help people. I want to see that I'm making a difference. Every aspect that I look for is fulfilled by this job.
Base 267, the respondent Bravo for a 33-year-old male. He's been involved in a domestic dispute, has some lacerations to his face with bleeding.
30-year-old male, conscious breathing, laceration, bleeding is traumatic.
So when you're thinking of a traumatic injury, I'm thinking it's life-threatening. That's my initial thought. Traumatic injuries equal possibility of death.
Check his C-spine when we get there, make sure that's all good.
What if he doesn't have a spine?
If he doesn't have a spine, there might be an issue.
A jellyfish?
Maybe he's a jellyfish, you never know.
So we pull up on scene. The patient has a bandage already. That's been done by the police who carry first aid kits.
Okay, I'll grab the bandage kit and the monitor.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi. Hi, I'm a paramedic.
Patient's very worked up. We need to calm him down so we can get a full story and find out what's going on so that we can treat him accordingly.
Can I check you out? Okay, I'm just gonna check you out, okay?
Our next step is finding out what the mechanism of injury is.
Listen, what's
That's
your
all
head
we're gonna
went
do.
through the window? He put his head through the window, so he's got a gas.
Can he get that guy out of there? I need you to listen to me. Yep. Okay, where are you hurt?
Guys, we were just checking to see what the damage was here. How in the world? Apparently he slammed his head into the window somehow. Don't know exactly how, but
Let's get you up on your feet.
So he told the police the injury was obtained by him putting his head into the window.
Okay, come over here to my truck. I'm gonna clean you up. Let's have a look at your eye.
I'm thinking, when you look at the injury and the way he looks and presents,
I want you to sit right here.
you hear the information that's told to you as to why he received the injury he did. They don't match. They don't look like that kind of injury would have occurred from hitting the window.
yeah, he's gonna need a lot of stitches there.
He's gonna put a bandage on here. Here, no, we're going to the hospital. Here, put your head up.
There's information that's given to you, and there's information that you have to obtain. And you have to do a little bit of investigational work to find out how it happened. And it's not always just point blank.
Okay, I'm gonna take a blood pressure here. Inside of the house or the outside?
He said he put his head through the
And
window.
it looks like
He had a big fast pound and try and get into the house. Smash the window. Did he get in the house or out of the house? To try and get in.
pressure here. Okay, we got you, man. Okay.
When we go to the hospital, the doctors and nurses want to know what happened. How did this guy receive this injury?
So we don't know if he put his head through it or if he...
It sounds like he was in a fight in the yard.
You're telling me you got this injury or received this injury somehow, but it doesn't make sense.
It's okay. It's okay. Can I put this on your finger?
So then you have to ask the police, you have to ask other people around, you have to be an investigator.
28. You're responding Bravo for a 20-year-old male. He has a dog bite. You'll be looking for city police. They're on scene near Circle and Faithful.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. It's the police. There's the police up there.
What happened? He went right over the guardrail and ran into that pole right there. And then I'm assuming that he fled.
When I hear a canine dog bite come in over the radio, I always assume the worst. A lot of times it will depend on how compliant the suspect is. If they kept running and resisted the dog, sometimes the injuries can be very serious.
Okay, just right here on the elbow. That's what we're dealing with.
Oh.
Not a full puncture or anything like that, partial on here, but.
It looks very superficial, but you have to really examine it to see if it goes into the muscle at all, because an average police dog could easily rip the muscles from your bones.
Is it pretty tender to touch, like the whole arm? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty small puncture.
It's probably more just painful as heck, but maybe don't crash a stolen car into a light post and the dogs won't chase you.
Did you get knocked out when this happened? No?
We aren't biased when we're treating patients. We are removed from the legalities of the situations our patients are involved in.
Are you hurt anywhere else other than in your arm? Didn't get your legs or anything like that? Okay.
So I'm treating this person the same as I would my brother or a sister.
You might even just need a steri strip.
Perpetrator was involved in some rather serious crimes. The fact that he is walking away relatively unscathed speaks volumes of the police for their use of professionalism and restraint when it comes to taking down a perpetrator.
Did you see that crash though? It's pretty juicy.
If I could stop yawning for 5 seconds. I think that you have to think that PTSD is real. We're not bred to see trauma over and over and over again. We see inhumanity, people hurting their children, people hurting their spouses, people hurting other people. You're not bred to see firsthand what inhumanity is.
Base to 28. Start responding Alpha out Highway 41. We'll get back to you with details.
Some sort of MVA.
22-year-old male, conscious breathing, MBC. Patient is running around in the ditch.
We get some further updates and everything is kind of unclear at this point.
Is the likelihood of being nothing or bad?
Base to 28. You're now responding Delta for a 22-year-old male. He was initially involved in a rollover. While out of the vehicle, he was then struck by another vehicle on the highway.
Oh, he struck him.
Yeah, this is bad. It's not completely uncommon for details to evolve as we are driving to the call, but my spidey senses lit up and I felt that this call was going to be very bad. I'm assuming it's right here.
Oh, there's lights in the ditch there. Yeah, this looks like it.
Let's turn the scene light on and we'll pull up right beside. Or what are we looking for? There's a vehicle that's rolled over on the side of the ditch.
That semi-truck, he was running across the highway and the guy got hit. So
where is he?
He's in the ditch somewhere, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
There aren't words to describe how you feel in that moment.
Tell Tom right now.
But every second feels like an hour until you find that person.
Apparently he got hit highway speed by a semi. He's in the ditch over here, we need spotlight.
We wanted to get every single person searching for this patient.
Stop! We need you guys looking for the patient with your spotlights in the ditch because he was hit highway speeds by a semi on foot. Oh, I can see something right there. I'm taking the ditch.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, go straight, go straight. We got a pulse. Yeah. Get on the stretcher.
Get on the radio, tell him we're C-Task 1.
He's agonal rest. We need to get him on the stretcher now. He's gonna code.
We're trauma alert to you, CTAS 1.
He's barely breathing, so move fast.
We gotta go now. This patient needs to be in a trauma center in order for him to survive.
Both of his legs are broken. We need to extremity lift him, life before limb. We gotta move. He's gonna die a lot faster from his heart stopping than his bones being broken, so my primary focus is his heart.
Okay, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
Just stay with us, buddy, okay? Keep breathing, you're doing good. I don't know if he was thrown, I don't know anything about him. That's the one that hit him as far as I know. And then as soon as we get in here, just go, and I need a firefighter.
2 firefighters. When a person gets hit by such a big vehicle, you're gonna sustain multiple fractures, your internal organs are gonna be damaged. His fate's almost sealed when the accident happened. There's not a good prognosis.
If you need me to take over, you want to switch, just let me know, okay? No matter who our patient is and what trauma they have suffered, our goal is to keep them alive and get them to the hospital. Let's get a collar on him. And we will never stop trying.
Can I check you out? On the assault call we attended to earlier in the evening.
That's okay. Come stand up. Here.
That patient was transported to the emergency department. He received 14 stitches. He was then sent for a CT scan to make sure there was no internal bleeding in his head. And after that, he was released into police custody.
I'm happy to say he's doing much better now.
Whereabouts do you live?
I don't have a home. We find ourselves dealing with a lot of people in unfortunate situations.
When's the last time you took meth, my dear?
The city has a support system in place through community support or the EGADS programs, and I'm glad that these vulnerable people have that support system.
You went right over the guardrail and ran into that pole right there.
We have a really good relationship with police, and a lot of times they like us to treat their suspects medically before they go to jail.
Pretty tender to touch, like the whole arm.
Guilty, innocent, we treat everybody with the best care possible.
Is he alive? He's alive? On that call, our patient succumbed to his injuries before we could even get him to the hospital. Okay. If you need me to We tried numerous and various attempts to resuscitate him, but his injuries were irreparable.
This was a tough call. I don't think there was much we could have done for this patient, but you always want to do more.
It's a real tragedy. We learned that he was just visiting the province, barely over 20 years old, so he's barely an adult, and now his family has to go their whole lives knowing what it's like to live without him.